Over the last few years, Montreal has become a mecca for up-and-coming musicians. Attracted by cheap rents and world-class venues, young artists have been flocking to this city. Performers like Arcade Fire, Grimes, and Wolf Parade have become successful after moving here from outside Quebec. Their success helping put Montreal on the map. But why Montreal? Is it all about the music or the geography? Our search for answers involved some interesting people. First we met Solids. They're a francophone duo that plays loud, fast rock music in English. The two played Osheaga last summer, and they're also set to play Austin, Texas at South by Southwest in March. They say Montreal's appeal is in its musical and cultural diversity.
It's like a cool blend between like North America and Europe.
Like Toronto, and it's pretty wild up there.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's just less European.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's less European.
A few kilometers away, we met a very different band called the Bombadils. It's an Irish-influenced folk and bluegrass group who met while studying at McGill University. The band members come from as far away as British Columbia, Halifax, and Edmonton, but their desire to incorporate francophone culture into their music has led them to start writing songs in French.
I partly was excited to move here for the French, and since we're in Montreal and we hear French all the time and we go to jams and sometimes people speak in French, it would be kind of weird if we just shut that influence out, right? So, yeah, I think we do have to make a choice and an effort to do songs in French since none of us is francophone, but I don't know. I think it's worth doing that. I'd like to do more French on our next album.
If the Bombadils are inspired by their current French environment, Solids write their songs in English in part because of their past musical influences.
Phonetically speaking, we just like the way the English language like flows. Like pretty much all the bands we were listening to were singing in English, and I feel like I can speak for both of us by saying that we're musicians before like being lyricists or like writers.
But a great music city is not defined solely by its bands. It owes something to its fans too. Popular spots for up-and-coming musicians and young fans here include Le Divan Orange, Casa del Popolo, and La Sala Rosa. The musicians we met say it's impossible to define Montreal by just one sound.
Typically for an outsider, that sound is like indie. A lot of the bands that like actually like come out of Montreal like
Arcade
to get
Fire.
known, like Arcade Fire, and like they have that sound, and that's what people like call the Montreal sound, is because that's what the world knows to be the Montreal sound right now.
I just want to say thank you, merci to Montreal.
While the English-speaking world relates Arcade Fire to the Montreal scene, Francophones have their own independent musical culture, and bands like Solids fall somewhere in the middle.
I think there's like the really like French scene, the Anglo one, and the one in the middle. I consider ourselves in the middle one.
Yeah, there's like a little barrier, I guess, but we don't always.
That scene in the middle is really fun. Yeah.
We didn't find a defining Montreal sound, but we did discover a music scene that welcomes creativity, innovation, and good musicians from everywhere.
I think we fit in with our sort of approach to music and approach to art, and just seeking out good art. I think the mentality it fits right in.